After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. On the ground, this is Michel. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have taken the early lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On play action, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now following the interception, here's Newton. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Newton. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Here's Newton. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
And there's a catch there by Julian Edelman, and I know the conversation is very big on how much will he miss Tom Brady. But Edelman's one of the top slot receivers in the league and an uber competitor. He's going to miss his friend, but he wants to show the rest of the league that his skills transfer no matter who's throwing him the football.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 12. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
That's good.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the ground is Michel. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
Harrison.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A 3-yard loss on the play.
They snap it to Newton. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Cam Newton with a touchdown pass to Julian Edelman. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Vikings first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
33, Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Patrick Chung.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Cook on the carry. The tackle.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Man, they got to let us play.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Now Newton on first down. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Matt LaCosse, 41 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. On for the extra point is Folk. It is now 21-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time. They were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now K.J. Osborne. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why didn't we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations. Sonny Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2000.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. So let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Cook following the penalty. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
3rd and long for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
25-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. They'll check this one down to Michel. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for N'Keal Harry. Incomplete.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt.
42-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. They'll run on 1st down. Cook.
Cousins
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
They run it again with Cook.
And a yard.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
1st and 10.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Again, this is Michelle.
Number 26.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Taken down at the 41. A 3-yard pickup.
From the 41, Newton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
And 7.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. On the give, it's White. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
James
Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
At the 37-yard line.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away.
4-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. On the handoff, it's Michel. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Folk's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Here's Osborne. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Give to Cook out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
Oh, we got plenty of fight, baby.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin
Cook, 73 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Dan Bailey to kick.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The first carry now for Rex Burkhead. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw is Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game. probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And it won't be a pick six, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line.
And goal to go.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it 6 points on the board. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Dan Bailey.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over first and
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back now in Foxborough.
Vikings.
We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. On first and 10, Newton going deep here for Edelman. As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
At the 24-yard line.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Cousins now to throw on first down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's third down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
They run again on first down. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins.
29-yard line.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get it.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
They'll take over first.
They get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the Patriots.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Patriots have it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. The 40. The 20. 10.
You'll get
5,
nothing.
and that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
A chance for us to get a glance at this Patriots defense. They are holding serve here at home. The fans were into this one. They did what they needed to do.
And right now I'm just cupping my hand to my ear and listening to the approval that they're getting from the home crowd right now.
That's actually true, by the way. He was physically cupping his hand to his ear.
A job well done. Exactly what you want to accomplish, though. Let's face it, we talk to every coach in the league. We want to take care of our home games, establish home field superiority, win at home, and they're going to get that done.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
35's the mic. Watch one.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I'm sure at times James White gets frustrated because he might want to carry the ball a little bit more, but when you catch it like that, that's how teams are going to use you. The majority of his snaps may come on passing downs because he can create big plays downfield. Second on the team in catches in 2019, he led his squad in 2018.
Throwing here, Newton. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. To the air again, Newton. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Vikings take over 1st and
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
going forward. Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Brings up second.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, one set, express! 54, right, 54. Here we go.
Newton's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Newton's pass, intended for Sony Michel, incomplete. It's now 3rd and goal.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Pass, intended for Matt Lacoste, incomplete. Brings up 4th and goal.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They snap it to Newton. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now Folk for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last shot now for Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.